the Holy Father is right. Sports do have a powerful way of bringing us together. This weekend, the Super Bowl, America's biggest sporting tradition, will be no exception, gathering friends, families, and maybe even some strangers together to root for their team. Preparations are underway in San Francisco for Super Bowl 60. This year, it's the New England Patriots taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Both underdog teams faced more than 50-1 odds of making it to the championship at the beginning of the season. More than 100 million viewers are expected to tune in for Sunday's big game. And joining us now are the Archbishops of the rival Super Bowl teams who are carrying on the annual tradition here on EWTN News In Depth of engaging in a friendly wager to benefit Catholic nonprofits in the team's respective cities. Archbishop Richard Henning leads the Archdiocese of Boston, home of the New England Patriots, and Archbishop Paul Etienne leads the Archdiocese of Seattle, home of the Seattle Seahawks. Thank you both for joining us for this tradition we've come to have here on EWTN News In Depth every Super Bowl weekend. Before we dive into the wager you two have come up with, I know you both wanted to acknowledge that while this is a fun weekend for football fans, it does come amid a tense time in our nation and for many of the Catholic faithful. Archbishop Henning, is there anything you want to say on that?
I think this is an important moment of obviously of unity. This is a shared cultural moment, hopefully a moment for people to gather, be with friends and family, a joyful thing. But at the same time, we don't want to forget that there are other realities in our world and suffering, be attentive to that as well. So I was grateful to Archbishop Etienne for really kind of surfacing that in our first conversation.
Yeah. And Archbishop Etienne, what do you want to say about this moment in our nation right now?
It's a situation that requires attentiveness and sensitivity. And I think while there's always great enthusiasm and excitement around the Super Bowl, this tradition of a friendly wager between the bishops of the teams, Archbishop Henning and I just simply wanted to acknowledge that we do realize we got more important matters that we are being attentive to, but at the same time, we recognize the great role that sports and relaxation play in the lives of our people too.
Well, and I understand it was, really the tensions of our time that shaped what your Super Bowl wager would be. So Archbishop Henning, do you mind giving us the big reveal? What is the Super Bowl wager you two have agreed upon?
So I think we're making a wager of $500 donation to our respective Catholic charities with a particular focus on the care and support for immigrants.
That is such a thoughtful response to the times and truly Catholic way to engage with this Super Bowl rivalry. Are you hopeful, as you both have mentioned, though, that this weekend's game might be an opportunity for people to cast aside differences in debate and come together? Is that an advantage that sports and recreation can bring? Archbishop Etienne.
I think that's always one of the advantages that sports can bring. Healthy competition is a part of so many aspects of human life, and it's good for people to have something to take their minds off of other matters in their world and in their lives, to just relax. And hopefully the outcome of the game will still allow everybody watching it and participating to still be relaxed and joyful at the performance of their teams.
Well, let's get into it. Let's look at this rivalry. Looking at this matchup, it's not the first time that the Seahawks and Patriots have faced off at the Super Bowl. And Archbishop Etienne, not to rub salt in the wound, but back in 2015, the Patriots defeated the Seahawks at the 49th Super Bowl in a game famous for a last-minute interception. So, Archbishop, do you suspect those Seahawks are coming back for their vengeance?
I just left a lunch with some of my priests, and I can assure you they feel that there is definitely better performance on the way this year.
Okay, some fighting words. Archbishop Henning, not to put you on the spot, but when I last interviewed you, I brought up the topic of sports then as well, and the fact that you are a New York transplant now in Boston. You told me at the time that you're a Mets fan, but if the Red Sox were to win the World Series, you'd convert. Okay, you've been in Boston a little over a year now. Are you a Patriots fan already, or do the Patriots need to win the Super Bowl for you to become a true fan? Okay, your answer is there.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely a fan. It's a great team. You asked about being united. This is a team that unites New England and Boston. It's a team that is committed to young people in our communities. They give a great example of hard work, resilience, discipline, and the team is very generous in going out into our communities among our young people, helping them with their sports programs. So it's a great team, a great management, a great coach who's a wonderful witness of Catholic faith, Coach Vrabel. So I'm very much a fan of them in every way.
I think the coach went to a Jesuit high school, if I recall that correctly. So,
well, we'll forgive him that, but
Archbishop Etienne, I have to get your thoughts on this trend that people have noticed. In the 21st century, every time a new pope is elected, the Seahawks make it to the next Super Bowl. Pope Benedict XVI, elected in April 2005, Seahawks played in the Super Bowl February 2006. Pope Francis, elected March 2013, Seahawks played in the Super Bowl February 2014. Pope Leo XIV just elected in May 2025, and here the Seahawks are again in this Super Bowl. So what do you make of that, and do you think it bodes well for your team?
I don't know what to make of that, quite honestly. I find that a very interesting statistic. I think that our players will certainly take a certain amount of good omen from that. And I know that our priests that I visited with prior to sitting down with you today think that that's a good omen on behalf of the outcome of this particular game.
Well, I guess we'll find out on Sunday if it's divine intervention or just a happy coincidence. Gentlemen, thank you both again for the thoughtfulness in this year's wager and for, again, just bringing some unity to the faithful this week. We appreciate it. Let's see who wins.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Catherine.
God
Thank you,
bless you, and God
Archbishop.
bless everybody.